Welcome back YouTube, it's Nava. Today we're going to be replacing front struts on my 2002 Toyota Corolla. Let's do it. The tools we'll need for today's job are a set of jack stands, a jack, tire iron, breaker bar, an extension, ratchets, socket sets, C-clamp, hammer of any kind will do. This is optional. I'm going to be replacing the lugs with a brand new set. So, like I said, that's optional. A wire brush and probably an impact gun. Anytime you're going to be working under a vehicle or any type of load, be sure to check your equipment for safety and please work responsibly. If you're working alone, have someone come and check on you occasionally. Before I jacked the vehicle up, I went ahead and loosened my lugs. That way when it's in the air, the tire doesn't spin. I put the jack stands under the frame. Before I get anywhere near the bottom of the vehicle, what I'll do is rock it. If I see anything that tells me it's unsafe to work under, I will not work under it and readjust. Like I said, I had previously loosened the lugs, so I'll go ahead and take them off. Here's our little seat. I forgot to mention, you might need any kind of penetrating fluid in case you do work in an environment that has a lot of water and accumulation of rust. It's going to be pivotal in doing today's project. At the top of the struts, we have top strut plate and these 3 bolts. So I'm not sure if you can tell from where you're at now. The rubber boot on the strut is pretty much gone, but I'll go ahead and give this some PB action. On these struts, they're labeled obviously left and right, so you're gonna have to make sure to get them correct, you know. So here we have a brake line here, so we'll go ahead and loosen that, make things a little quicker. Hold on to that. So what we'll go ahead and do is loosen those 3 bolts on top and loosen these, and we should be ready for our next step. I'm going to use my breaker bar and break this here. Usually they're pretty tight. Oh, I was going the wrong way.
No god dang way.
All right, gonna pull out the secret weapon, which is a cheater bar. There we go. But the bolts have been broken free to switch over to your ratchet. Just, be aware of wear and tear that you may see that raises an eye or is cause for concern. There you go. I've disconnected the strut from the knuckle here and from the plate that was up there, so we'll be free to go. Right, so here is the old one. On the left you see the old, and on the right you see the new. Pretty much I'm just going to do a once over look and see if they're roughly the same size, same shape, things are in the same place, which they are. Of course, anytime you're working on a vehicle or anything in general, you want to follow the manufacturer's specifications, act accordingly, and you will be fine. Keep in mind that, like I said, anytime you're working on any type of front suspension, anything that has to do with steering, in order to be done right, you would have to get it to be aligned. So that's where it's going next, is to be aligned by a professional. Okay, so I'm here now. What I'm gonna do is now slide the strut under the vehicle, and I'll proceed to put the new hardware in. Let's do it. Do it quickly while I'm not tired on my buff arm.
Beware the long arm of Butthead.
These bolts, if you didn't know, affect the camber of the vehicle, which is pretty much which way your tire sits, whether it's inwardly tilted or outwardly tilted. That's what it can be adjusted by. You slide these, and of course a few components down there, but so here we are at the bottom of the vehicle once again. Just of course, like I said, look at things, inspect them thoroughly, make sure they're not nearly broken, still in working condition. So yeah, just a little tap tap. But I'll put this clamp on there. Of course, it's not going to affect the structural integrity of the strut itself, but it is just going to put it where it belongs. It'll be fine. So in case you didn't know, or you're wondering why I'm changing the lugs, it's as you can see, these the lugs on the bottom obviously are kind of stripped, and the reason being is because they sit in the wheel at a weird angle. So now what I'm going to do is lower the car, torque them down individually in the same pattern, and take it to get aligned. This has been an excellent video and hopefully a learning experience for you as well as me. How to do things efficiently, safely, and most importantly, smart. Work smarter, not harder. Anyway, this has been Nava with Nava Welding and Repair. Thanks for watching.